Yo, what's good? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. So, apparently, up in the Brooklyn area of New York, we had a prom that went on recently and things like that. It says like 4 days ago. And apparently, there was a shooting at a luxury high rise out in Brooklyn. I guess while, the young teens and stuff like that were trying to get their party on and stuff. Who knows, of course, what's going on with extras and stuff like that. So we're going to go here now. We're going to put these quarters, nickels, and dimes in on the times.
All right, a shooting at a Brooklyn prom party leaves one teenager wounded.
Police are now looking for two suspects this morning. Good day's Briella Tomasetti. She joins us from out that scene in East Flatbush, Brooklyn, with the latest. And Briella, this is causing concern after we've seen a recent spat of violence involving teens in recent weeks.
Yeah, it absolutely is, Tashani and Dan. Good morning to both of you. And, people who live in this building claim that there have actually been repeated acts of violence here recently over the past few years. Police indicated that the two suspects wanted in connection with this shooting were wearing surgical masks to cover their faces, which could, as you imagine, make their search even more difficult. Police are investigating a shooting at a luxury Brooklyn high-rise that left a 17-year-old boy injured. Investigators say it unfolded at 8:40 last night on Linden Boulevard between Bedford and Rogers Avenues. The circumstances behind the shooting are still unclear, but the New York Post reports that it happened at a prom party inside the 26-story PLG residential tower. The victim was shot in the torso and rushed to Kings County Hospital, where he's now in stable condition.
We've had far too many acts of violence.
Cops from the NYPD's 67th Precinct, community affairs officers, and detectives rushed to the scene afterwards. Police say they haven't made any arrests, but are looking for two men, one wearing all black with a blue surgical mask and another wearing a gray jumpsuit and a blue surgical mask. They allegedly ran off westbound on Linden Boulevard toward Bedford Avenue.
So what you actually think went down here? Was it something that was involving the children there exactly, or was one of those, the person that got shot, were they into something and happened to be at that party, and everybody, the people that were looking for them, knew that they were going to be there? Sometimes things like that happen. That's the reason why you got to watch when you go out, who you're around, and also try to make sure that you know what these people that you're going to be around are into in their lives and stuff like that. Because, when things pop off, they pop off. And bullets don't have no names on them out here. For real. Yeah, you got to watch that, man. You got to watch that shit for sure.
To live in a building where there's now been a shooting, I don't know who got shot, but I know people were taken away in ambulances.
It all comes amid a surge of violence targeting the city's youths. A barrage of gunfire left two cousins, just 9 and 11 years old, injured Monday night on a playground in Brownsville. Police don't believe the young girls were the intended targets and are still trying to track down two shooters. Also this week, a 12-year-old boy was arrested in connection with the shooting death of his 14-year-old cousin. He was charged with manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, and criminal.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that to be added into it. Wow, that's crazy. Like, what? How are all these kids getting hold of these guns? Where are they getting these guns at out here?
What the French toast is there to think about?
Where are they getting these guns at? This is crazy. And I mean, I guess, like, I've never been in New York, so, but just from what I've gathered, information from, also family that's been there, and, things like that, or, just from what I could really tell, basically, yeah, I guarantee you, New York, you can probably get hold of any damn thing you want up there, like, seriously, at any age. So, yeah.
Possession of a weapon after allegedly opening fire inside a Brooklyn apartment on Sunday. This building is managed by the Moynihan Group, one of the biggest developers in the city. We reached out to them on their website for a comment, for some sort of statement in response to the shooting, but have yet to hear back. For now, we're live here in East Flatbush, though. Tashani, back to
you. Okay, so yeah, this is wild out here. You got these children out here that are getting shot at and stuff like that at parties. Possibly, that could have ended up very badly. Somebody could have got deleted. And it's crazy out here. So, all right, we diving off into the next one right here. Apparently, this VA, that's veterans affair hospital, things like that. This VA officer, chief of police for the VA, matter of fact, she decided that she don't want to hire black women out here. Well, women, period. Women, period. Let me correct that, okay? She said she don't want to hire women, period, to work on the job because they got too much attitude. I mean, hold on. It's crazy. Hey, it may be crazy though, but we all know it's true. Let's go ahead now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
The now suspended police chief at the Atlanta VA Medical Center once said in a staff meeting that she no longer wanted to hire Black or Hispanic female officers because they, quote, come with a whole lot of attitude.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis has more.
Y'all need to get along.
In a September 2023 command staff meeting, Chief Beverly Banks complained about disputes between her officers. One of them provided this recording to the Fox 5 I-Team. A second person in the room confirmed what you're about to hear.
I am to the point, I don't want to hire black women no more. I'm to that point. I ain't got no white women beating my door down to come in here and work, but I wish they would. Because I.
What? Oh, wow. Hold on. Who's responsible for all these hoes in the street? You? Hey, listen, look, man. So women are starting to be denied jobs for their attitudes now. And hey, I can see that though. Hey, listen, look, man. I haven't had too much experience with, Latino women. Not enough to say that, they've given me attitude and things like that. At least not the few that I ran into and been, engaged with. But definitely with black women, I could definitely agree with that shit. I guarantee you she getting plenty of attitude from them hoes out there. I guarantee you she getting plenty of attitude from them black bras. Real talk. And that's sad to say because, a lot of women nowadays are not understanding that their attitude is going to stop them from going places. This new age, super overly strong, masculine woman attitude that they have, that's going to stop them from entering a lot of doors in the future here if they keep this dumbass shit up. For real, though. Don't nobody want to be around a woman with a nasty attitude. Nobody. Not even other women, as you can clearly see. Let's keep going.
I don't have these problems. I don't have no Hispanic women. Hell, I don't want them either. Because you know what comes with it? A whole lot of attitude, and I don't want it. I'm the only one with the attitude in this place, me.
In a statement to the Fox 5 I-Team, a VA spokesman said, there is no place.
She said she gonna be the only one in there with attitude. Hey. But hey, though, she is the chief, but that doesn't give her the right either to, to have a nasty attitude as well.
For racism or discrimination at the VA, and these comments are unacceptable. Chief Banks took over the Atlanta VA Medical Center Police Department in late 2022, inheriting an organization filled with complaints involving favoritism and sexism.
I guess he thought, she's not going to tell, I got the power.
A year before Banks started, VA Internal Affairs examined the case of Shanika Jackson. She accused Deputy Chief Johnny McCullough of sexual assault.
I don't know what he was doing until ultimately when everything started to happen.
Jackson lost her job. McCullough remained deputy chief. And when Chief Banks took over the next year, she kept him there. It's unclear whether she knew about the IA findings. Last December, another black female officer filed this handwritten complaint with her supervisor, accusing McCullough of threatening to drag her down the hall by her hair. We don't know what happened with the complaint, but at a department-wide meeting the next month, the chief said this.
Deputy Chief McCullough, if you don't know how to talk to people, tell me now so I can do whatever I need to do to get you disciplined again.
David Bennett served in the VA Police Department for 5 years. The combat veteran quit last month, shortly after filing an EEOC complaint against Banks, accusing the chief of sharing confidential information about him with his supervisors.
That created a hostile, toxic work environment for me as an individual officer, and I didn't feel as comfortable working for the leadership as I did before.
I have been made to sound like I'm a beast. I'm just the worst beast ever.
In January of this year, Chief Banks held this department-wide meeting so her officers could clear the air.
We trying to change. Are y'all gonna try and change?
But on the recordings provided to the Fox 5 team from one of the participants, the air was filled mostly with the voice of the chief.
You all don't understand what.
Of course it would be. Come on now. She's a woman.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
You know how it is when women get to talking. They can't shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. Y'all know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. They can't shut the fuck up to save souls. None of that, man. It's ridiculous, though.
You have in me, and I'm so sorry that y'all don't.
I don't understand how can you be a chief in leadership and you're saying one thing in January and then in this meeting you're saying something completely different.
I don't want to hire black women no more.
It's discrimination. That's not what the VA is all about.
Well, okay, I get it. I understand that's not what the VA is all about, and I understand about discrimination. And though it's not right, but the point of it is also about the attitudes. And, you know, even she don't need to have an attitude because, like she clearly said, I need to be the only one here with an attitude. But, ma'am, you don't need to have an attitude either. So, you know, yeah, man, it's gonna be mad crazy out here in the future if these women keep up with these nasty attitudes on these jobs and stuff like that. You know, and I foresee the more it goes on, the worse it's going to get because women just don't care no more. They don't have any class, any proof about themselves, no eloquence about themselves. The ladiness part of most women has dissipated. It's no longer in the air. It's like, man. And then, you know, they still scream at men like, we need y'all men to stay traditional. You need to stay traditional, do this and do that. I mean, but, you know, if you done turned the massive population of men off with your attitude and the way that you think.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Then it's just going to be over with.
But you old fish-eyed fool.
And that's just the truth, but it is what it is, though, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.